Okay, this is one that I've been wanting to talk about because it's not just this particular item. There are other items too that are sold, food and drinks with evil names. This particular drink is titled Liquid Death. Interesting, huh? So those of you with some spiritual understanding, I want to ask you this question. Would you buy a can of this sparkling water titled Liquid Death and drink it? Now, I know that this drink is it's probably not poisoned, okay? So we know that it's probably some type of just sparkling water. You know, it's harmless, no doubt. Probably some type of flavorful water or tea of some sort, right? But my thing is, they titled it Liquid Death. And knowing the kind of world that we live in, knowing behind a lot of the things that we eat and drink, knowing that the devil always has some type of plan, something that he's trying to get us to do unconsciously. And I really just can't believe that anybody would even buy anything with a title like that. But you know what? It's believable because this is the world, right? This is the world we live in, right? So don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that there's something bad about the material that's in this can, the sparkling water that's in this can. I'm strictly talking about the title, okay? So when you look at this title, Liquid Death, isn't that strange? That's strange. I would be scared, in all honesty, to drink something that says that's actually telling me death, I'm gonna die. I mean, would you drink a drink that was titled "You're gonna die if you drink this"? And you can see people drinking it and not dying, but are you gonna take a chance and drink it? I mean, you get where I'm coming from, right? So these titles, I think there's something sinister behind this because we know the word talks about things that are being done to us spiritually. Things that on earth we think they don't care, that they don't matter, right? That Yah doesn't even care about these things. The Most High doesn't care about these things. But we're learning more and more that it is something behind these things, something sinister behind the names of a lot of these things that are out here. Now I want to share this with you, right? Look at this, Liquid Death. It says, murder your thirst at the bottom here. So you're murdering your thirst with liquid death. So that's catchy. People hear that, oh, it's funny. It's all fun and games, everybody. I will murder my thirst, right? Now, watch this, right? So, we have a scripture here. And this scripture says, it talks about in Revelations, okay? It says, notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee. He's talking about the church of Thyatira. Because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. So, there's something about this eating things that are sacrificed unto idols. Now, it didn't say eating bad things or wicked things, right? It could be a piece of lamb meat. But he's talking about it being sacrificed unto idols, right? This is a bad thing, right? And then there's another scripture in Romans that says, for with the heart, this is Romans chapter 10, verse 10. The other one was Revelation chapter 2, verse 20. And this one, Romans chapter 10, verse 10. It says, with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. So, if by the mouth confession is made unto salvation, could it be the same thing by your mouth? Confession is made unto damnation? Huh? I mean, think about it, right? Don't the scripture says every idle word judgment, every idle word. That by thy word you're going to be justified, by your word you're going to be condemned. But what about your actions, right? What about the things you eat and drink, things with these bad titles, right? I mean, some of this stuff is really, really ridiculous in my opinion. Some of it is very ridiculous. So let's look at the names of some of these drinks here, right? Let's look at the names of some of these drinks. So we got Liquid Death, okay? The first one here is called Slaughterberry. Cherry Obituary. This one here is titled Squeezing to Death. And Grapefruit. So you know how you talk about grapefruit, right? They got grapefruit. Isn't this stuff weird, right? Grapefruit. So let's look at this, right? I'm gonna scroll up on this one. Okay, let's go up. So watch this. Death Dust. Mountain Water, that one ain't so bad. Sparkling water. Severed Lime. Severed Lime. Interesting. Mango Chainsaw. Bury It Alive. These are the name of the drinks. Convicted Melon. From Convicted Felon, right? Convicted Melon, right? Dead Billionaire. And the last two I see here is Rest in Peach. I mean, this stuff is like, I look at this and I'm like, man, Rest in Peach? And then Grim Leecher. Is that Leecher? Yeah, Grim. I can't see. I don't have my glasses. Let me see if I can put my glasses on. Grim Leafer. Okay. So, these are the titles of these drinks. Liquid Death. Now, I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of these things are spiritual, and I think the devil knows it. And I think that if he can get you to drink these things or eat things that have these weird titles of death, that you are actually confessing something to your soul. You know? So maybe you don't die when you're drinking, but what about your soul? What is it adding to your soul? What is it taking away from your soul? You get what I'm saying? So let's look at some of these other items, right? Like we got this one here. This is called Hellfire Hot Sauce. Spicy sauce. Hellfire. I'm sorry. Look at the title here. It says a Wicked Reaper sauce, right? Fiery food. And then one is titled Fear This. Hellboy is one of them. And then Evil Bastard is another one. These are the titles of this sauce, right? I'm sorry. I just think that there's something to this. Why they name these things, because the wicked go after this stuff. It seems like people, when they see these titles, they go after these crazy things like that, right? They just go after them, right? Look at this here. Wicked Kitchen. This is a company actually produce different products other than the ice cream. They produce different products. I just grabbed the ice cream container because it was clear and it was easy to get. Just to show you the name of this company that produced these products. It's called Wicked Kitchen. Now, would you really eat something from a Wicked Kitchen? You know what I'm saying? It's just, these things just sound crazy to me, right? And remember the devil's food cake? Well, you got devil creams. You know? Your devil creams. And let's keep going. Let's show some more. Okay, this one here was something that I had actually ended up buying. And when I realized it, I was like, oh, man. But this Tom's is usually this is a good brand. They usually don't have any fluoride in their mouthwash and things like that. And so they're really the only toothpaste that I found that didn't have fluoride in it. You know. So, but notice it says Wicked Fresh. I'm like, why did y'all have to name it Wicked Fresh? You just had to use that word wicked in it, huh? Right? Now this one here is an old timer. When I was a little kid and I got sick, my mother would pull this stuff out and give me some of this every single time I got sick. I hated this stuff. I thought it was so nasty. Now, I didn't know nothing about 666 back then when I was a kid. I don't even think my mama knew anything about the 666. You know? I don't think she would have brought it had she known it, you know? But when you really look at this, 666, they named it 666. They wanted to name it this. You know? I find this is really incredible, the things that they would do. And this one here is a lot of people's favorite. Deviled eggs. People love them deviled eggs. You know, the name of it is just ridiculous. I would never name it that. If you made it, I would never name it. I wouldn't call it that. You know, I'll just say eggs with cream in it, eggs with, you know, with mayonnaise in it, and leave it at that. I wouldn't get into all that other stuff. But basically, I just wanted you to see this. I wanted you to see the wickedness that's lurking behind the things that you eat and drink. That's bad enough. Listen to me. It's bad enough that you go out here and you buy stuff and you got to look at the ingredients because there probably is something wicked in the ingredients. Things that's literally there that can cause cancer in the ingredients of things. Now, I'm not saying that for the items that I have listed in this video. I'm just saying that there are a lot of foods out there that if you research those foods, that they have wicked ingredients and ingredients that cause cancer, right? All you gotta do is look up items that got polysorbate 80 or items that have MSG or high fructose corn syrup, you know, or your non-GMO or your GMO, should I say, your GMO foods that have wheat in it. You know, it's been proven that a lot of this GMO stuff cause cancer, it's lumps and things like this, you know, in rats. And so it's bad enough that we have that stuff. But then you got those that are putting out stuff that don't have anything wicked in it, but they'll name it something like Wicked Death. You get what I'm saying? They'll name it something like Wicked Death. They'll give it a crazy name. And you got to ask yourself, why? Why do they even do this, right? I like hot sauce, you know? I like to put hot sauce on greens. I love greens. I like to put hot sauce on greens. But I wouldn't buy a hot sauce that said Hellfire sauce. I just wouldn't. I feel like if I buy that, that's me confessing that, hey, you know, I want to go to hell. You know, give me the Hellfire sauce. You know? You get what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from with this, right? So I just thought it was always really weird when I saw items that had very wicked titles. I always thought that was just creepy to deal with that stuff, you know. So anyway, I wanted to bring this to your attention, and I want to get your comments on it. I want you to tell me what you think about this. You know, if you think it's just harmless spiritually, or if you think it is harming you spiritually, just tell me what you think. Put your comments below and just let me know what you think. Well, on that note, family, I'm going to say shalom.